didn't know it was in.
Interesting. Shade that up later. You know, you bring a spray bottle. I just usually spit on things.
What is it? Water hose in.
You know what you call that?
What?
That's evidence.
Evidence.
It's evidence.
Evidence of a house being here.
Evidence that we have bodies here.
What in the world? Oh, it's a pipe. Hey, now, it probably was an old house here, buddy. Look. That's cool. That is a high hit. Ridiculous. 39.40. Got no idea. What in the world? I find more crazy stuff. God. What is that?
Oh, it's part of a damn pot thing.
A what? Oh, a pot. You're right. It goes on a pot. An old, I have to look and see. I could probably look that up. You're right.
Cool.
Yeah. Still in the hole. Good. Oh. 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 What? Got no idea. It's like a little, maybe a little old scoop or what is? It's cool though.
That was probably a measuring device at one time. They used to, instead of being made out of plastic, they made them out of light gauge aluminum. This could have been like a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon.
Buddy just got in here. We're getting ready to go out and find something. I got to get going or he's going to beat me to the spot. And tell us what you're using today, buddy. What detector?
I'm going to go with my AT Pro, Gary. My go-to unit right there, baby.
So he's got the AT Pro.
She's ugly.
Nice little setup here on his shovel. That's cool. And earlier that I've probably been here 25 or 30 times. I know you've been here with me. I distinctly remember you right on this sidewalk finding a piece of costume jewelry ring. So, but you've been here a lot,
yeah,
right?
It wasn't costume.
It was fake,
no,
man.
Sir, that
It was the real deal.
£1/4 gold.
You've been to this neighborhood how many times? Probably.
Gary,
just
gosh,
guessing.
Between you
and everybody.
I'd say I've lost count.
Yeah, a bunch.
I've lost count. But you know what? I find something every time I come back.
And
especially when I follow you.
Well, yeah. Hey. Said I had a good hit on a penny or a dime. 1980 penny.
Gary, I believe this is a burn pit. And of course, in the early days, they didn't have garbage pickup, and they just dig a hole in their backyard. And of course, in Florida, it was easy digging.
What is that?
And this came out of what I believe is a burn pit. It's the remnants of a purse. You can see the little, it would hang at the top.
Straps.
A lot of times the bags will have little, some of them have little chains hanging on them.
Yes.
Or they may be fabric or leather. But
very cool.
I'm starting to see, you can see here, see the difference in the soil? That's, a lot of that's burnt. That's burnt material. And I'm finding broken bottles. Well, not a coin. It does have a hole at the center of it. You know what? I think the way it's shaped like this,
Yeah.
think of the old telephones. They had the,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
The little ding-a-ling. Huh.
I don't know, clean it up. It's vintage, right?
Yeah.
And you should always what?
Check the hole.
Check the hole.
We're getting a hit. Not a great signal. Getting a signal up here next to the curb. There's no telling what it is, but I'm going to dig it because you just don't know what you're going to find. I think I knocked it loose. Knocked it loose. Oh, what is that? Hey, I found a cool piece of brass. W-A-L-S-R-A-C-H. Huh. Maybe it's the tip of a walking cane or something. That is cool. We'd definitely clean that bad boy up. It's got some writing on it.
It's dirty.
I know.
Get the dirt off of it.
I was too excited. I want to get here quick.
All right, I'm not gonna wipe the dirt out of it. Did you say?
On the side of it, there's some writing.
Yes, it does. Can I wash her? No. No.
What is?
No. It's B-A-C-H is the last. That's Bach, right?
Maybe a tip of a walking cane, what I was guessing, or I don't know.
You know, you bring a spray bottle. I just usually spit on things.
That's gross.
I know it, but it works.
If we
All right.
get it home and clean it up. I think it's my theory of a cane, because
W-E-L-S-B-A-C-H. And now you found this where I had searched, right?
yeah, I was just in a different mode though.
Well, you were in a.
I was in the all metal. Well, I finally got it identified. It's a Welsbach vintage gaslight ornate piece. I'm going to circle it right here in red, and you know, it dates back to around 1920. Just a cool little piece to find. I found one on eBay as well, and a couple other different sites. There's one on eBay, just a little different, but the same manufacturer.
You know, I would love to find a burn pit.
Another good reason to wear gloves.
Huh?
Another good reason to wear gloves.
Top of the bottle. Let's look at the age of it. It's a cork, which is good. And let me see if it doesn't have a seam all the way to the top,
Yeah.
then it's early. If the seam goes all the way to the top, then it's after the 30s, I think it is.
That's interesting. I like that. That is a telephone bell, I think, like you said, the old ring.
This is just like something like off of an old, like a reclining chair or something.
Yeah.
You know, nothing. Now this did pop up. It's I believe it's copper.
Yeah.
But it's just a copper piece.
You thought you had a ring at first.
I did. And sometimes you can find a date on there as part of a pocket.
Oh, look. That's cool.
Haven't found anything yet.
Yeah. Old pocket watch piece. Love to find those because they just look so neat. The brands.
Remember the burn pit?
Mm-hmm.
Burnt wiring. And of course,
These are interesting to me. I want to do a piece on these about the history. These, of course, are the old ones that used to pop off.
right? Of course, the face of them, they're trash.
You got your little change there too. What is that?
I think that's just part of an old, like a transistor or something out of a, you know, they used to.
Yeah, look at here. That's interesting too.
That's got some age on it because of the design of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's early shotgun shell, and the quality of our pennies, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just
Not like
they
these.
rot away. Look at that.
can't even clean them. I can't even cash them in.
No value. Nothing. I did not find enough to pay for my batteries.
Well, we had a good time.
Hey.
So this is some of the finds that I had. We looked at, except for this ring, this is the one Buddy found. We're going to take a look at that. Nothing great. I mean, there's a whole 13-cent old pocket knife, some junk metal. This thing was the brass. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have. It is engraved with a name, so I'll check it out. But that was the coolest to me little piece that I found. And we'll check it out here in a minute. There was a name on it. It's just an old light of some sort. I'm gonna get online and just try to educate myself here on this piece and put a date to it. You know, I had a rough idea what this was, but I still wasn't 100% sure. So as always, I reach out to the internet. And today I thought the best way to make this go by quick and to figure this thing out was get on a Facebook group. Now there's groups for everything. You just search, there's a group. I found one today, Vintage Electrical Equipment private group. I asked for permission to get on. I got on, and I'm telling you, within minutes, this is the photograph that I posted. And with minutes, somebody kicked back an answer. So let's take a look here. I mean, we had 25 comments. They started coming in right and left, light socket. I had a diagram of what they thought it would look like. I did have at one point porcelain surrounding the copper piece, and there are the prongs as well. And then as the day went on, I got a few more ideas. It's also, you know, most everybody agreed that it did come from a light post. In fact, this guy, a retired electrician, he was showing me his version of that he had refurbished. He ended up rewiring this and of course putting on its place, making it modernized. But this is what it would look like, and that little piece would fit up in there. So the best that we can figure is, also I have, I got to show you this too, is that it's around 1920, maybe 1930 or so. I had a gentleman send me this diagram. This is it right here. I mean, you could look at the picture, see the prongs, see where the porcelain went around the casing here. This is a patent from 1906. So I'm guessing 1920, like they said, based on the style that was recovered. So reach out to Facebook. You know, these are great resources, the internet at our disposal. And you know, I'm sorry I missed the dig. You can't get everything when you're videotaping, and I totally missed this. But I thought it was just a cool little piece. The more I looked at it, the more I was interested in trying to discover, you know, what it was. So here is the last one I got of the day. This is John sent this to me, and this is it, man. The prongs are just a little different, but I'm sure they're not all the same. But it was encased in porcelain, and it's a vintage piece. I have no idea. This thing is heavy. Other than a gigantic bolt or old hitch, this was buried beneath the brick road. It's got some major weight to it, so I'm about to do some electrolysis on it, and we'll see what it is. Very interesting piece. What a blast it was, metal detecting with Buddy. Buddy and I have worked together many, many years. Buddy is a great officer. He retired, I think a year before I did, or 8 months, somewhere in that area. And he's just an awesome guy. He's a great undercover officer. I can remember him from doing so many stakeouts, and he was the guy that could always spot something that nobody else could. So Buddy and I have been metal detecting for a while. We went along today back to the Parker Street neighborhood. Some great finds there in that neighborhood. And we have one trip left, and that'll be in an upcoming video. You won't want to miss that one. So one of the items that we found was that, and I didn't capture it on video, I apologize, but it was that light socket That was a unique find, and through Facebook, was able to identify that. It's pretty cool. So use your tools and resources that you have to be able to get out there and identify some of these objects to better educate yourself and us. We need to know and share that with us too. If you found something unique, totally different, that you had to go to the internet or a friend had to help you identify, however means, send me that in a picture, send me that in a comment, and I would like to share that on the next YouTube video. I'll give you credit, and I'll share a few of the other pictures as well. Not only that, but the person who sends me the most unique, different, unusual item, I'll send them a White's patch, White's little treasure guide that I have, and a brand new sheath that goes to this White's digger as well. So keep that in mind, and I look forward to seeing those pictures as well. Hey folks, thanks for following me on YouTube. Again, COPTECH. Make sure that when you watch these videos, if you enjoy them, subscribe. Leave a comment, good or bad, and I'll get back with you. And be sure to ring that bell. That just means you're going to get notified on the next video that I upload. And talking about future videos, we've got some great ones. We got a real gun that was found while metal detecting. We got some crazy items, magnet fishing, and I'm all new to that. I'm on that journey with you as well, so we're going to share those videos with you. Again, follow COPTECH on YouTube. Thanks for following Double G, and I'll catch you on the next dig. You know, I'd hate to bring this news to you, but I'd like to share with you a loss in my extended family, and that is Officer Ken Foley with the Lakeland Police Department. Ken was a veteran officer, served 29 years. He died December the 4th, 2019, on duty from a medical issue while sitting in his patrol car. You know, I directly supervised Ken for 2 years, and Ken was a great guy. Always talked about his family, his children, 2 now young adults. And so I'd like to share with you a couple of pictures of Ken so that we can remember Ken. And it's, again, a tragic loss. I still feel it right here. Even though, you know, I retired from the police department 7 months ago, it seems like yesterday. And I immediately started looking through my scrapbook and old photos of Ken. And he will be deeply missed.